Good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Professor Dr. Jayashree Jain in CSE Department, Ajay Kumargar Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today we will learn, the subject is cloud computing, and we will learn about the service-oriented architecture, in which we will understand when we are going to publish the cloud services at the provider end, then the provider have to be publish the services over the web. So how what is the architecture, how can any provider can publish their resources over the web, so that consumer can access their services along with the URL, and by searching the or finding the service over the web, then consumer will find the service and can attach to the provider and subscribe for that service. So there is a one architecture, and there are different protocol to access those services. So we will learn in this lecture. So what is web services? So web services are, as we know, we have all business organization have to rely over the internet, and now all the services are going to access over the website. We have different URL, and according when we type the URL, we just enter, and we just redirect to the web service. And one thing is that those URL should be registered over the web server, as all the organization have to purchase a domain, and when they purchase the domain, then those website will be registered, and domain they will get registered over the web server on that domain. So URL will be fixed for that website, and the customer easily can take the service and fetch the details. So there is a need of web services, as we can see here. If we are deploying one application like travel information and booking application, that is programmed in Java, and one application is flight information booking program, that is programmed in C language. So as there are different applications, and for that at the background for designing those application, we have different softwares or languages. So when we design those application into different languages, so as we take the example of Make My Trip also, with the help of Make My Trip app, we are going to reserve the flight also, we are going to reserve the train railway reservation also, and hotel booking also. So that app is an intermediator between the customer and the railway reservation softwares or flight booking, air flight booking software. So if different application are programmed in different languages, so how can they interconnect with each other? Because the app should need to take the information how much seats are vacant, and so according to that information, the app will give the information to the consumer that these seats are vacant. So there is a requirement of seamless interaction between the different apps, so that they can tie up or integrate their information, and with the one application, the consumer will get benefited and take the service. So there is a need of there is a mismatch of operating system, there is a mismatch of language and platform. So there is a requirement that this mismatch can be overcome via the web services. So we need a service oriented computing. This type of computing is known as service oriented computing, that is emergent paradigm that help to overcome these mismatches. So how can we overcome these mismatches? When these application is converted into the service form. So when we can say this is converted into service form, when these applications will be registered over the converted into the XML and registered over one domain. So we have different domain like .com server, .edu server, .org server. So that depend the company will taking which kind of domain. That domain will be registered on the web server, and then URL will be get fixed. For that, company will choose some name and got registered their website over the web. So if that will register over the web, then with the help of URL www dot that company name dot domain name, that DNS will get registered and every user can fetch the detail. So it will become a part of that service. And this application, like airline application, is designed in OS is Unix and designed in C, and is here we have Windows Server OS and design in Java, but all these have the form of service because they have registered their domain over the web, and request and response system will be generated. So the information, it will just send the request to send the information, and it will give the response to the flight information application. So there is a good interaction between these, and they can share their information with each other, while this is language independent and got the platform independent also. So this is very easy, and so with the help of web services, there will be the interaction with between the different applications. So what are the different components when we are going to convert our application as a service oriented computing? So we can say web services that contain the modules, self-contained module that describe. So when we design our web page, we add the component and make the home page have one kind of design should be there, and then publish. Publish mean like on the GitHub, that give the platform, you can just host your web content, and there are certain template also like GoDaddy you can for web service, and GoDaddy is also providing you the platform to host your web content over the web. Because at the local host, if you are designing your web application, that can run on local host easily, but if you want that should be run on the global server, then that should be registered over the domain, should be registered over the web. So that should have some cost also. You have to just purchase the domain service, and then you can easily deploy your service over the web. So that should also, this is called as publishing of the web content. Then located at any location means server have any position on which server you are trying to locate your website. Then orchestrated and program using XML based technology. Orchestrated means that should be have connected component, like hyperlink should be there. If one page is connected with other page, you can use the hyperlink on the next button. So that should be orchestrated all the component and modules. So we can say these all the part of web services. Then there are service provider, means organization which are going to provide you the web services. So they provide the service implementation, supply their service descriptions, and provide related technical and business support. Then service client, that are end user which are going to take the service. These are the clients or customers. Then aggregators that consolidate multiple service like Make My Trip and Book My Show, and different apps are there which are going to collaborate the different information via collaborating the other applications. So these are the aggregators. And service oriented architecture, this is the main SOA, which are going to provide you the logical way for designing the software system. Means service oriented means all application should be converted into the XML content, and then domain will be registered. Those web page will be registered over the website web server. So we have, these are the different component like service provider, service requester should be there, and service registry. So we have business perspective is that service provider is what, who is the owner of the service, and technical perspective is platform that hosts the service. Means provider is going to provide you the platform just like GitHub or GoDaddy, which are going to provide you the platform for hosting the service. Requester, which are going to client, which are going to request for taking the service, or subscriber should be there. And application that invoke the interact with the service. Means these are the application which are the converted as a requester. And registry means all these services will be registered over some domain, and those content can be accessed via any URL over the web browser. So what are web services? We can say these are the application component, because we are going to design the web page, then we are going to host those pages over the web, and communication using the open protocol. Open protocol is what? That is the XML, because all applications are going to run, going to design over the common platform. That common platform is what? That is XML. And self-contained, self-describing means all web pages contain all kind of all the information that is self-contained, and we are going to just accessing those content and trying to fill the information and all, what kind of service is going to be provided over that web page. And web services can be used by other application, because they need to collaborate all kind of applications, and XML is the basis for that web services. So what are the basic feature? Interoperability is the feature of the web services, and web services are going to take the web application to the next level. As we collaborate with the different web services, so all information get collaborated, and consumer will get benefited, because while using only one app, consumer can easily interact with the different applications. And it can be two type: reusable application component. Ideally there will be only one type of each application component, means these web content are reusable, because one consumer can come and subscribe the service, then second consumer will going to take the service. So these are all the reusable or shared components. And connect the existing software means web services help to solve the interoperability problem. As I already told, if one application is designed in Java, other is in design in C, how can they interact with each other when they are converted into the XML? So this is the basis for the web service. Like this is another example: legal application converted into the service when it programmed into the XML. ERP application, it is all those one service, and we are going to interact with each other. Like business partner, supplier, like at Amazon, we are going to take the do the online shopping. Then if I want to register my product on the Amazon, then Amazon can see take the my product and registered over their website, and then with the those app, consumer can easily interact and can purchase that product. Supplier is can register on the web app, Amazon app, and with the app, consumer can take the service. So this is that example. And so introduction to service oriented computing. Why web services? So we can understand those services are interoperable, use common standard XML platform can be used, and they are all going to interact with each other. Economical, because no installation and tight integration only, and recycling of the components. So automatic, no human intervention is necessary, as those services are registered over the web, and via URL, consumer or customer can easily access those services, and these services are accessible from any location, available at every time, 24/7, and goal is to solve the integration problem and make the application integrated, so that all information among the application can be shared, and consumer can find the information. So we can say web services encapsulate the discrete functionality. User need not to bother how these applications are going to deployed. If we are going to take the any cloud service, then we don't bother how AWS is maintaining the infrastructure or hardware and softwares. The consumer only bother how can he or she can subscribe the services. So web service can share a contract. Contract means there will be one kind of agreement between the between two parties, so that subscriber can take the service, and the provider will also get benefited, because provider have to take the accounting, measure the accounting system, how much resources are going to be used by the consumer, how much services are providing as a rental service. So rent should be paid by the customer. So contract will be shared. And web services abstracts the underlying programming logic, because all web services have the common platform like XML, so that those application will be shared over the web and have the common platform. And we can say these are the loosely coupled software modules, as they are shared over the web and interact with different applications. So they are not tied to any desktop, they are on the web server. So they are have the loosely coupled modules. And web services are reusable, because when subscription will end, next consumer will come. All like we are using Make My Trip, then Make My Trip will be shared, or these app will be shared by the among the user, and everyone are going to take the functionality of the application. So web services can be dynamically found and included in the application. So these are all the dynamic services. Anytime you can use the service, and at any time you can cancel the subscription. So these are described in terms of standard definition. I already told, we can just describe this definition as WSDL, Web Service Description Language. This language is nothing. What is WSDL? We can say WSDL is what? It is a combination of XML plus HTTP protocol. As we know, firstly we have to design a web page. So for designing we use the XML language, and for transferring, HTTP is what? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So there is a need to transfer that web page from desktop to any hosted platform. So there is a combination of XML and HTTP, which is called as Web Service Description Language. Fine. So we need a web application description language. These are same that describe the functional service characteristics. So functional requirement is what? The functions or data behavior which have to be included in the web page. And non-functional means reliability and performance, which means that web content should have any information, that should have relevant content, and should be have some interconnectivity between the applications. So web services are all the distributed over the internet. As I already told, these services should be registered to any domain. So every domain have any server. .com server will be there, .org server will be there, .edu will be have one server. All kind of domain have their different servers, but you have to told the location also, because these server have different servers location also. So what is the difference between the tight coupling and loose coupling? Tight coupling, I already told, which are like modules are tied to each other, and they have a platform dependency, language dependency, that is they can interact with those application only which are also programmed in the same language. But at the case of loose coupling, there is a independency in case of platform, in case of language, and they are not tied to any desktop, and the packets are sent over the internet, and with the help of URL the information will be fetched with the web server. Means they have distributed component. We can say direct physical link is required in tight coupling, but there we only required physical intermediary, like we only need the domain URL to access those resources. Synchronous, these are asynchronous. And interaction pattern, object oriented style for navigating the complex object trees, and it has the self-contained message. Web page have self-contained message. Central control of the process logic, because application have an owner or admin, so only centrally controlled by the admin, but distributed here, all web content are distributed over the web server. And for underlying platform, it have homogeneous structure, it have the heterogeneous, because the applications can be designed in any, like we can use JSP or any PHP or any language, but all the content will be displayed over the browser. So heterogeneous platform can be there, statistically bound services, but these are the dynamically bound services, and strong operating system and programming language dependency. I already told it have the language or platform dependency, but here these applications are OS independent and language independent, because we have converted these application into XML format, and can be these application can be accessible via the web browser. So these are language independent. Here is, we can see the architecture of web services. We have client here, we have the server is web services. This is the part of code. Public int get means we have designed this web page here, and client sending the request in the form of SOAP formatted. SOAP is simple object access protocol. Simple object access protocol means request will be given where header will be included, like in Gmail we compose the mail and write the destination IP and email address and subject. So here this envelope show the message inbox, and the client is going to compose which web page he or she is trying to access. Then if web page is available on that server, then that will be just get response to the client machine, or if the that is integrated with other application, that will be sent to the other resources and fetch the web page that is requested by the client and sent to the client machine. So this is the architecture how this will work. And we have actually two types of protocol for accessing the service: simple object access protocol and web service description language protocol. So I already told what is WSDL. That is combination of XML and HTTP, so that every web page can be hosted on over the web and can easily be accessible by the client. And this SOAP, we have two protocols, SOAP protocol and REST protocol. This is a type of web service. So SOAP protocol we can say is message exchange protocol. So it will work like we compose any message over the Gmail account, and that will send to the receiver which email ID is mentioned. And in case of REST protocol, here we mention the server IP domain, and the page will be redirected to the server website. But here REST protocol provide the easy way to communicate, and with the help of REST protocol we just have one uniform resource identifier, means URL, like we type www.google.com. so this is one URL to access the Google search engine for finding or searching any information. So it provides the easy way to access the web page, so there is no need to exchange the message and wait for the response. Direct we can just use these four methods: get, push, put, post and delete. So for get means we are trying to fetch the information, and post means we are going to submit. When we just submit any form, press on the submit button, means that information is going to post over the server. And put means we can edit the information over the web, and delete means we are going to delete the web page. So it is a easy manner, we can easily maintain the web service. So thank you so much. This is all about the web services and their types. Thank you.